gather around me. Today, I will tell you the best story you've ever heard.
If it is the best story, it must have magic in it.
If it is the best story, it must have secret plans with a satisfying ending.
If it is the best story, it must have me in it.
Well, of course, it has all those things, but I think it's the best story because without this story, no other story could be told. Today, I will tell you the story of my husband Anansi in the box of stories.
Oh, I like this one. I will stay and listen as well.
I don't recall the ending. Just tell me what happened already.
It all turns out all right in the end. Now, peace, Emma Watia. We want to listen. May I sit up front, please?
I'm not quite sure I want to hear this story. It makes me look quite foolish.
You all helped Anansi and also earn the right to tell my stories. You should be proud of your contribution. Now, let's settle down so that we can listen.
I'll try, but the suspense is driving me crazy.
In the beginning, all stories belonged to Naomi, the sky god. He kept them in a secure box, but because he was such an important god, he did not always have the time to share them.
That is absolutely true. You get right to the heart of the matter also.
Anansi went to see Naomi and asked the great sky god for the box of story. Naomi, wisest of the wise, knew that anything worth having is worth working for. So, he gave Anansi 3 difficult tasks to perform in order to earn the stories.
I told Anansi that if he wanted my stories, he must first bring me Onini the python with his powerful coils. Next, Anansi would face Osebo the leopard with his sharp teeth and claws. And finally, Anansi would bring me Emawatia the fairy, who is both magical and invisible when she wants to be.
I can really turn invisible? Well, that's cool. I love stories about me.
Emawatia, if you listen patiently, you will find out everything you want to know. Now, be quiet so that everyone else can listen too. My poor Anansi, how could he hope to succeed in such a difficult task?
The tasks were difficult, but I am no fool. I did not try to face them alone. The first thing I did was return home to ask the advice of Asa, my wise and clever wife.
Don't be discouraged, Anansi. Onini the python is strong in the body, but he is weak in the mind.
Hey, I resent that. I guess how things turn out, I guess I really can't quibble. Please continue.
Anansi harvested a pond, then went to a place where the snake was likely to be found. He paced back and forth and began shouting as if he was arguing with someone.
I still say that this pom-pom couldn't possibly be bigger than such a great python.
Who is that? Anansi, is that you? It is always hard to see creatures so small. What does it matter? Why are you shouting and why are you holding that broom?
It is not a broom, Onini. It's a pom-pom. Asa and I had an argument over how long you are. She says that because you are filled up, you are not really long at all. But I stepped up for you and said that the great Onini is longer than the longest python. That one can be stubborn now.
I am longer than that little stick. Here, let me prove it to you. If you lay the pom-pom down on the ground, I will lay alongside it and we can compare our measurements.
It is actually a little longer, but maybe that's because we can't straighten out your body. Maybe if I touch you to it, we can stretch you to fit.
I don't think I like the sound of that. That would leave me a little vulnerable.
Well, if you have a better idea, of course, we'll go with that. But you don't want us to be right, do you? Don't you trust me, Onini?
I suppose a little spider like you can't do much harm. And I certainly don't want also to be right. Fine. Use your silk to help tie me to the pom-pom, and we can compare our measurements. See, I am one of the... Hey, let me go!
So, Anansi tied Onini to the pom-pom and took the non-harmless but fairy snake to Naomi.
Don't look so smug, Anansi. You have completed the first task, but the others will not prove so easy. Next, you must capture Osebo the leopard, with his razor-sharp teeth and scythe-like claws.
An accurate description as far as it goes, but you forgot to mention my graceful speed and dashing good looks.
Feeling daunted, I returned home to consult Asa.
Anansi, you must remember, Osebo is dangerous if he gets close to you. But, if you keep him at a distance, his teeth and claws will be of no use to him. First, you must start by digging a hole.
You non-fairy creatures talk so slowly and describe everything so carefully. Just tell me what happens next.
If you stop interrupting, you will find out everything that you want to know.
I remember what happened next. Deep in the jungle, Anansi dug a great pit and covered it with sticks and leaves. Anyone looking would have thought it was just a normal jungle floor. Once he was satisfied, Anansi hid behind a bush and waited.
It was very convincing. Even with my sharp eyesight and lightning-fast reflexes, I was unable to escape the trap. Thud. I fell into the dark hole. But of course I had not known that Nazi had tricked me.
Also, Sable, are you okay? How did you get in there?
Please help me, I can't get out. Hunter must have set the trap for me and will be back any second. Please, just help me.
But Sable, couldn't you have just climbed out of the pit? You have strong legs.
Silence, Emawatia. The pit was extremely deep.
But leopards have exceptionally sharp claws. You could literally just climb out.
My claws are very sharp, but the walls of the pit were very slippery. Now, can we get back to the story? I'm embarrassed enough about growing up predicament.
Great, Sable. If a powerful leopard can't climb or leap out, how is a small spider like me supposed to help? Besides, you are a fierce carnivore. What will stop you from devouring me once I rescue you? I do not wish to be eaten at this time.
You say that like there is a time you might want to get eaten. If such a time like there is, please let me know. However, today, I promise I won't eat you as long as you help me.
Well, I suppose I could help you. It may be a risk for me, but I'm willing to help. Maybe if I grabbed a few sticks, you could just climb on. Do you think that would work?
Just try anything, just help me.
So, Anansi found a pair of bamboo rods. He applied a thin layer of grease towards the middle and then took them back to the now panicked leopard.
Oh, Anansi, I'm so glad you returned. I thought you abandoned me.
Anansi dropped the rods into the pit. Plunk. They fell shoulders width apart for the leopard. Osebo hurried to climb the pole, but whenever he got about halfway up, he would slide back down. No matter how hard he tried, he could not get a firm grip.
Oh, I can't get any traction on these poles. It's almost like they were greased, but who'd grease bamboo rods?
Never mind that. Let's concentrate on finding another way to get you out. Well, maybe if No, I don't suppose you'd ever let me do that. It's a shame though, because I believe that plan would be successful.
What do you think I'd never let you do? How will you know I won't let you do it if you don't tell me? I'll do anything, just please get me out of here. I prefer the hunter to be back any second.
Well, I was going to suggest that my wife, Aso, and I could cooperate and just tie your legs together and then just lift you up.
Can you guys do that? If you guys can do that, then please go get your wife. I'm afraid they'll be back.
Anansi rushed home to Aso.
Aso, Osebo has made our lives very easy. He volunteered to be tied up.
You did what? You crafty spider. I'd love to hear this one explained.
Well, if all goes well, I earn the right to tell you. But for now, we must rush back before he changes his mind.
Soon, Anansi and Aso had returned. But while they were gone, water had seeped into the bottom of the pit. I am, of course, incredibly brave, but as I'm also completely honest, the rising layer of mud was starting to get me a bit nervous.
Osebo, we are here to assist you, but you must promise not to eat Aso either.
I promise. Look, I mean no offense, I don't actually like eating spiders. They wriggle and squirm in your mouth, and you gotta bite them fast or they'll bite you. And frankly, they taste too much like sludge. So, as you guys can see, you guys are safe.
Ick. Well, I suppose I can't be too insulted over someone not wanting to eat us. Come on, let's get this spider out of the pit.
So, Anansi and I tied Osebo to the bamboo rod and took him to Naomi. The man who had been captured earlier was now waiting patiently beside the guard.
Why are there two ants carrying a spider pig up to the mountain to your palace?
What? All I see are Anansi and also carrying Osebo tied to a pair of poles. That would mean Anansi has completed my second task.
I can see how you think spider looks like an ant, but how could you think I look like a spotted pig?
My apologies, Osebo, but you have to admit that it wasn't your most dignified moment.
Yes, I will grant you that.
Well, Anansi, I see your cleverness and luck have not left you. You have completed 2 of the 3 tasks, but the final one will not be so easy. Emawatia is a fairy. She has magical powers and can turn invisible, and she's nearly impossible to catch. Good luck.
Really that hard to capture? What will he ever do if he can't get the box of stories?
Well, I may have been able to find ways to advise the others, but this one proved to be difficult. I needed assistance from Aso.
Anansi, your fairies are mysterious creatures. They're strong in magic, but they are quite foolish and jump to conclusions inaccurately. You can use these traits to your advantage.
Yes, I need to up my game to capture Moatia. Where's that wooden puppet I've been carving?
Anansi fetched a wooden puppet and covered it in sticky tree sap. He went into the forest and placed it under a bush where the fairies played and put a plate of delicious yams in its arms.
Next, I tied some silk to it and hid behind the bush. Soon, Moatia came and spied on the puppet and yams.
Wow, what a lovely plate of yams. They smell so good. May I have some, please?
Anansi pulled on the silk that had been tied to the puppet's neck. The dog slowly nodded yes.
They taste so good. You must give me the recipe. I think I'll just have a few more. Oops, they're all gone. Thank you.
When the puppet did not answer, Moatia grew impatient and tried again.
Excuse me, I said thank you. The proper response is you're welcome, Amatia. Do you have no manners at all?
Now, you must remember that Moatia is a fairy and fairies live less, faster, and more intensely than other creatures. When the puppet still didn't answer, Moatia grew so angry that she shook her tiny fist, then raised her hand and slapped the puppet across the face.
Let go of me.
But her hand became stuck in the sack. And Moatia grew so angry that she clapped the puppet with her other hand. Of course, that hand stuck as well.
You nasty, impolite creature. Let go of me this instant or I'll make you let go.
Luckily, Moatia was so enraged that she completely forgot her magic. She kicked hard with both feet and got stuck. She was firmly cemented to the wooden puppet.
I remember what happened next. When Anansi decided that it was safe, he came out of the bushes, and Moatia had no longer remembered what had happened, and she grew so embarrassed that she turned invisible. But it did her no good, and Anansi carried her off to Naomi.
When Anansi arrived, I was sitting on my throne. I had Fable and Onini sitting on the ground next to me, still attached to a palm frond and bamboo poles.
Naomi, I have completed your final task. And Moatia is in that sack. Of course, she's invisible right now.
Oh, you must forgive me if I just make sure. Emma Watia, is that you inside the sack?
No, it is definitely not Amatia.
Oh, that's too bad, because I have some yams out here set for Emma Watia. I suppose I'll have to eat them all myself then.
What? Yams! Get me out of this bag so I can eat!
Very well, Anansi. Here is the box of stories. I will now let all of our friends here go. I have no use for a palm frond decorated with a live python, an angry leopard attached to a pair of sticks, or a fairy stuck to a sap-covered puppet. Be free, all of you.
With that, Naomi released all the creatures from Anansi's creative contraptions. Then he gave Anansi the box of stories. Anansi took his prize home to me and we shared the stories with everyone. So now, thanks to Anansi and all his friends, everyone has the right to make and tell stories whenever they wish.
I hope you all use Anansi's gift wisely and often. Without it, I think the world would be a much less interesting place.